What's up guys, Torino 64 here, and today I'm back again with part 2 of What If Deku Went Back in Time. Last time we left off, Deku went back after defeating, what happened in the last episode. So he went back in time and figured out it's not his own timeline, and he figured out, somehow he went back in time, but not his own timeline. So Deku was very confused, and of course, Deku somehow still has one for all. Like, he still has one for all, but for some reason, he still has it, but he has unlocked a new type of energy. And this thing, Deku thinks this would be probably from one of the other users, a one for all, but it's not. One night, Deku was talking to one of the users of One for All, and they told him he has unlocked a new ability, but it's not from any of their ability. It's from his own. It's like a quirk what he has, but he never had a quirk because his quirk was stolen. Manga spoilers, I guess. His quirk was stolen, but it wasn't really his quirk was stolen. Because I'm gonna say Deku had two quirks. The quirk what he had from Canon, I don't really know what it was. I think it was a mix of his Fire and Mother's quirk. I'm not really sure. But he also had another quirk what wasn't really a quirk. It was actually created by all the darkness, all the sadness he had through all of his past. Basically being bullied and all that from his own timeline. Basically, and this quirk or energy power, I guess, is called dark emotion. Basically, when Deku uses it, it's basically it takes control. Basically, what I said in the last episode, when Deku basically lost control and his eyes went completely black with just a red dot, and his hair basically went instead of that bluish color. Instead of turning to that bluish color like it did in the season 4, it actually turned completely blackish red, like a blackish red color, and the energy was red with some black outlines. And basically Deku is completely different in that form. Deku is more like vicious, and he will kill someone. Like, it doesn't matter who it is. It would matter, but he has control but not control. It's more like a vicious type of thing. And so basically, Deku's been living his life like normal. And he has figured out a bunch of differences in this world and all that. He finds out there are some differences, but not really that much. Like, Katsumi, Bakugo's sister, Bakugo's sister bullies, Deku, but Bakugo is like, well, she doesn't bully you because you're quirkless, dude. And I'm gonna say right now they're in their second year of middle school, and every time when Katsumi sees Deku, she always gets weirded. She always becomes all weird and all that. Like, her heart beats faster, and she always feels weird. And also at the same time, the Todorokis basically also go to they start going to Deku's school. They were new students, basically. Todoroki, yeah, he's still the same, he's a guy. But there's a difference. He's a guy, but he still doesn't use his fire side and all that. But he only uses his eyesight. But he has a younger sister, who I'm gonna name his younger sister Yui. I guess I'm just gonna go. What the fuck are you doing, dumb dog? Oh, that dog is stupid as hell. Sorry, guys. And I'm just gonna call her Yui, I guess. Yeah, Yui. That's the best name I can go with. And so she has white hair. Like her hair is completely white, but her eyes are the same as Todoroki's. Like on one side it's completely I think one of his eyes are blue and one of his eyes are gray. I think. Yeah, it's kind of like that. But she has white hair, but she has like red highlights, and she does have the same abilities as Todoroki, but she doesn't have that like she can use them on both sides. She can't just use them on like Todoroki. He can use his ice on his one side and his fire on his other side. She can use it any way she wants, but she's a shy person. And of course, Todoroki, Todoroki doesn't go to that school. I'm gonna say, instead of Todoroki's mom going to a mental hospital, she completely divorces, the number 2 hero, what's his name? Whatever his name is, I can't keep on. Whatever his name. And of course, Deku finds out about this because Yui goes to, his school because her mom and the other kids, the only one who Endeavor has is Todoroki. He's the only one who's there. Like, she tried to get Todoroki away from him, but that didn't work out. And yeah, Todoroki does visit his mom a lot and all that, and yeah, he still doesn't use his fire side pretty much. And so they're hanging out, and of course, Bakugo and Deku, they're good friends. Like they're really good friends because you know what happened to Deku? He got fucking hit by a truck. I don't know why, but it's funny, but it's also bad at the same time, the way I imagine it. Like, he just got blasted this is how it basically happened. Deku was walking home, and Bakugo just blasted him and says, see you later, damn nerd. And the truck just comes by, hits him in the fucking head. Hits him. Yeah, there was blood everywhere, but he didn't die. He was lucky to live. And all that. So then after that, these two, became good and all that. Like, they became good friends again. But then Izuku, the one from the original timeline, took over that other Izuku's mind, basically. Basically, the Izuku from this timeline what we're in now, he's completely gone. So basically, that's what happened. And, everything's nice and all that. Deku, he only really hangs out with Bakugo and, Yui. Because, Yui has been hanging out with them for, like, almost a year now. And Yui has, like, she's very shy. But Deku, the way he is, all of his positivity kind of rubs on her, and she starts to become a little close to Deku. A little close to Deku. She starts to have a thing for Deku, and her brother, and of course, every time when she's at home, she just can't stop thinking about him, It's one of those things what Deku can do. Like, Deku, yeah, he's still his canon self, but he does have the memories of, of the experiment, of all the experience he has. And of course, he still has that. Like, he can still use, and of course, Deku did tell Bakugo about One For All, and about what happened to him in his other canon, like in the other canon, like in the real canon universe of the My Hero Academia universe. Bakugo was like, oh shit, dude, I'm sorry. Like, dude, it's fine. We actually became good rivals, but I treated you like shit. Yeah, but thank God that, you changed earlier than you actually did in my timeline. Bakugo does feel terrible. And he does, there are some differences in this world. And well, you know, how Deku, one day Deku was hanging out, and he basically, something was happening, and Deku was using One For All to save someone, and at the same time, someone was watching him. He saved a young kid. He's like, oh, sorry, I'm glad you're okay. This person was basically Gran Catino. I think that's how I pronounce his name. Basically, the old guy who trained Deku to use the foot style he uses. You know, the old guy who trained All Might after his mentor died. Gran Catino. I don't know how to say his name correctly. That guy sees him. He's like, huh? Somehow this kid has One For All. Like, Deku's using he's using the style what Gran Catino taught him. Somehow this kid knows my style. And he also has One For All because he can see the electricity from his body. You can see the way he's fighting that. He can see the way that Deku's fighting this villain. He says, Detroit Smash! And that villain gets blown away. And basically, this is on. Some people videotape this. And of course, Deku is wearing Deku made his outfit. The one what he has in season 4, you know, in the second movie and all that. But he made that, but he made it into like a jacket and all that. Like, he made it into a jacket. And he does have the visor thing, what's connected to that jacket version of his suit. And of course, you know how Deku uses he is fighting the villain like a freaking pro. He's using all the moves, and of course Nighteye, Gran Catino calls up someone. And also at the same time, Nighteye was there too. Nighteye was there. Nighteye was like, huh? How? And Nighteye accidentally saw him. But basically, normally in the real canon, Nighteye can only see into the future. But this Nighteye can see into the past and the future. And so this Nighteye saw everything what happened to Deku in the past. And how this kid was like, what the? Nighteye also saw his death. So, Nighteye, because in this canon, Nighteye did not see All Might's death. Because All Might did not, quote unquote, All Might did not get the injury. So, yeah, he did not get the injury. And this kid already has One For All from his own timeline. But he basically died, and he got hit by some type of like dimensional, some kind of like time quirk, where he basically got erased from his time, and he was brought back to here. And of course, Nighteye calls up, you know, these people, you know, like Nezu and all like the heroes, except for he calls up Eraserhead, Gran Trino, Nighteye, and some other people. Like, only them. Well, no. Instead of Eraserhead, it's only Nighteye, Gran Trino, and Nezu. They both went to his office because they kind of both saw the same thing. And of course, Nezu was like, what do y'all need? And of course, Gran Torino tells him, basically says, but then Nighteye was like, oh, I saw his past. And of course, what he saw. Nelly was like, what? So this boy is from another timeline. And somehow he fought a great battle. And he saw his own mentor die. And in that timeline, All Might got an injury from All For One. And blah blah. Basically what happened, they're talking about what happened in the main canon. Basically. And they're like, So this kid has already been to UA and has already fought some villains. So, yeah, basically that. And Deku didn't even know those two were watching him. And there was also someone else watching him. Kirigiri was watching him. Kirigiri was just minding his own business and just saw a villain. I was like, and then saw a kid fighting better than the pros ever did. Like, basically with skill and like he'd done this before and all that. And, so, who is this kid? All I know is Sir, Master, I only found out one thing about him. His name, Izuku Midoriya. Wait, Midoriya. Midoriya. Why does that... Midoriya. Izuku Midoriya. So, he sounds interesting. And of course, Deku just goes home, doesn't say anything to his parents. And he's like, what a great day. I beat up a villain and all that, so nice. And of course, time goes on and all that, and basically Deku doesn't really show his quirk off. The only people who know he has it is Kacchan, basically Bakugo, and just Bakugo really. Bakugo is the only Bakugo, the only person who knows he has that quirk. And of course, Bakugo says, "Whoa, that's a pretty cool quirk." And yeah, they are good friends. They hang out, they play games a lot. And they go to each other's house and hang out. And of course, they're like, it's pretty cool, I guess you can say. Oh yeah, Bakugo. It's like, yeah, Izuku. In another timeline, you did call me Deku. And I do like the name. I am kind of used to it. So yeah, just call me Deku. He's like, doesn't that mean useless? No, it doesn't. It means you can do anything. Wow, you have some damn big ass positive energy, don't you, Deku? Yeah, I do. But hey, what can you do about it? But, oh wait. Ain't the entrance exams happening next year for UA? Yeah. Well, I was thinking we can go train on the beach. Why on the beach? Well, in my other timeline, that beach was full of trash, and so I was thinking, you can go ahead and go do that. Why not? He's like, why not? It does sound fun. I want to blow up some stuff, because I want to catch up with you, Deku. Yeah, you wish you can catch up with me. Remember, dude, I'm way older than you. Well, in my other life, yeah, I am a couple older than you, but I'm more experienced than you. Yeah, you might be more experienced, but whatever. And so they go to Debia Beach, and they clean up the beach. It takes them... Normally, it took Deku like 9 months, if I remember. So it's going to take both of them to clean it in like half of that, basically like 5 months. Because at the same time, they were goofing around. They were goofing around and cleaning at the beach at the same time. Deku was basically lifting it up and then throwing it, and then Bakugo was just blowing up into pieces, into dust, basically. And, basically, at the same time, All Might is, he was doing some hero work, and he can feel something inside of, for some reason, he can, basically, All Might was just, minding his own business, and then for some reason, the All For One users brought him back into for some reason, the All For One users brought him into that other world thing, basically. He's like, what am I doing here? And they talking to him and says, for some reason we can sense another not all for one for all quirk. They send him into one for all. And they say we can sense another one for all quirk for some reason. It's like they basically, the first user says, it's like I know this kid, but at the same time we don't. It's like this quirk is from another timeline, or something like that. This quirk should not be in this time. 2 for one for all users is kinda, I don't know, it just seems strange. And All Might's like, what? Oh, that's ridiculous. I'm the only person with this quirk. Wait. And of course, then he goes to Nezu. He's like, Nezu, has there been any weird things going on with, Nighteye has told me about a boy with the same quirk you have, but he actually, and of course, I guess I could tell you, but I think it might. It's not like it would screw up this version of the timeline, because in that timeline you got completely injured by All For One. What are you talking about? I don't got the injury. The only thing I got is a little scar. That's the only thing I got. It's not like my whole stomach is destroyed. Yeah, that is true. But be careful. And also this boy, Nezu was thinking, but this boy, what he told me about the kid when he saw into his past, in his future and all that, what he saw into his past was really interesting. It kind of tells you about the multiverse, and Nezu was like, oh, I'm sorry, All Might, I was thinking to myself, you can go on now, I guess. You might have some hero work you got to do. He's like, yeah. See ya, Pencil Nezu. Fly off like a hero. And of course, Bakugo and Deku, they're training. Deku is using Black Whip and floats. And of course he's... And then, yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. Deku is just hanging out, having fun with Bakugo. And then, then Bakugo has to go home and all that. And Deku was walking home. Well, he was walking home until he met up with, Bakugo's sister, Katsumi. I was like, Katsumi, you're not gonna hit me again, right? Shut up. I don't care. So, what are you doing? I was heading out of the store, but they didn't have what I want. What was that? A necklace that I was thinking about getting, but it was too much and I couldn't buy it. I don't know why I'm telling you this. You're just a stupid Deku. You're just an annoying Deku. Yeah, I know. You call me Deku because you think it's an insult. But hey, your brother calls me because we're friends. I don't know why he's friends with you anyways. You're just annoying. With that stupid hope of yours, you quirkless wannabe. I don't get what's wrong with this chick, man. Whatever. I can help you buy it. Huh? What? I said I can help you buy it. Oh, come on. The young girl complaining she doesn't have enough. Here. Wow, that's a lot, kid. Your parents must be pro heroes or something, huh? No. I was saving up. I was saving up to buy a new system, but why not help a friend? I'd say it, but we're not friends. I don't know why you keep on thinking that. Yeah. Katsumi, I'll see you later. So Deku heads home. Katsumi, Deku was about to head home, but then he was running on a rooftop just to do some stupid parkour stuff until he ran into Katsumi. Saw Katsumi about to get mugged, and some guys were being a little handy on her. Deku was like, "What?" Deku jumped down in front of Katsumi. He was like, "What do you think you're doing to her? Move it, kid. We're about to have our little playtime with her." Deku was like, "What was that? You're not about to touch my friend." Deku powered up. She was like, "Wait, he has a..." Deku used Black Whip. "Let me go." But Deku, one of his eyes turned completely black with the red dot. "You're not gonna touch her." One side of his body, his hair turned completely bloodish red, like a blackish blood red. But then on his other side, his hair turned that light blue color. And it was like a rebalance. It was like, "You." His voice was different. It was like, "You are not gonna touch her. You better leave her alone." His voice was off and weird. It's like his normal voice, but at the same time, it's not. She's kind of freaking out. It's like, "Grr." And he threw them away. He threw them away, and they were scared and they ran off. So Deku basically turned back to normal. Oh, hey, what? Wait, he's like, "What just happened?" Hey, Katsumi, are you okay? The necklace. Deku picked it up and was, "Here, you dropped this, Katsumi." Katsumi. At first she was afraid, but then she always feared. Every time she was around Deku, her heart did feel weird, but this time it felt weirder. Like she was blushing, and sometimes that dog is stupid. "What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to make a video, and you're interrupting me." Sorry about that, guys. And she was feeling weird, like, and her face was red. And she's like, "Your face is red." "Shut up." She grabs it out of his hand. "I'm just gonna take this. So I'm gonna go." And "What are you doing?" God damn it. Dog. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. I just had to put the dog inside. He just make sure he doesn't break nothing outside, because he ran into something important. Okay, guys, where was it? Oh yeah, that was the other part. She grabbed it, and she grabbed the necklace, and so Deku just parkoured off the roof, basically. Well, off the wall and onto the roof, and just ran off. He said, "See you later." And she's like, "Yeah." She was walking home, and Katsumi, she was feeling weird, like, she was feeling weird, but she always knew she had a thing for Deku. But she just never wanted to admit it until now. She finally knew she actually had a thing for Deku. And her brother, Bakugo, would always tease her about the way she was. Every time when she was around Deku, she would always feel weird and basically mutter sometimes. And so at the same time, Deku. So let's go to Deku's point of view. Deku is running home until he runs into Yui. He said, Yui, didn't mean to crash into you like that. Oh, it's okay. What's wrong? Oh, I was gonna go meet up with my, brother. Your brother? Wait, which one? I know, wait, you mean, no, this one lives with my father. Oh, you mean the one with the half and half quirk? Or the one with the red hair, the one with the half and half quirk, I guess? Yeah. And also, in this timeline, Todoroki does have the burn mark, but it wasn't from his mother, it was from his father. Because he was training him too hard, and the blast hit his fiery face, basically, and all that. So yeah, and of course, Deku walks over to her dad's house. Todoroki sees him like, huh? Who are you? Oh, I'm your sister's friend. We go to the same school. My name's Izuku Midoriya. Nice to meet ya. Yeah, I guess. Nice to meet you too. Huh. Todoroki, what are you doing? Get back to training, boy. Oh, you're worthless of a sister. Hey, Dad. What are you doing here? Yeah, what are you... And of course he's like, huh? Who the hell is that? He's like, who is that? What are you doing here, Yui? I came to see Todoroki. Whatever. Deku was like, you dick. Todoroki and Yui was like, did he just say what I thought he said? Wow. So the number 2 hero, used to sing like I always knew. What are you blabbering on about? Well, your fiery temper, I guess, let me guess, in this timeline, you didn't put your wife into a crazy asylum, so that means, oh yeah, she divorced you because you were too violent, and you're just a lonely sap of a man, right? And also, yeah, Deku does have balls. He is gonna be a little cocky, but not really. He's like, kid, you better shut up before you get hurt. Dude, I bet I could take you down. So you're cocky, huh? No, I'm not cocky. I'm just more experienced than you would ever be. And so, well, the number 2 hero, aka... Fuck, I don't know why I keep on forgetting his name. Whatever. Runs up to Deku, tries to basically do a fiery attack on him. It's like, wow, too slow. And yes, Deku's personality is kind of gonna become like how Sonic is. Cocky and, a little bit of Sonic's personality. Yeah, he's like, that part I took from Sonic the Hedgehog. It was funny. Wow. Detroit Smash! Deku basically punches, Todoroki's dad, no, I don't know why I keep on forgetting its name, but it's on the tip of my tongue. And I know I said his name on the last video. Whatever his name is, I really need to remember. It's, Damn, what is his name? Whatever. He basically punches the number 2 hero in the face, and he gets completely all the way through the house. And Todoroki and Yui are like surprised. He's like, wow, did he just, what the? And wow, that was surprising. What are you talking, kid? I only used 1%. They're like, wait, 1%? I only used 1%. And that threw you across the across the yard? Into your house? Ooh, sorry about that. You act just like him! Like All Might! Sorry, but I'm nothing like All Might. And Deku doesn't say this, yeah, All Might might be my mentor, but I'm not gonna let what happened in my timeline happen again! And yeah, Deku does still have that motivation because he saw his mom die, plus he saw his mentor die. And he doesn't want any of his friends to die ever again. Detroit Smash! And he basically destroys him. Like, he doesn't kill him, he basically knocks the fuck out of Endeavor. Yeah, that's the name, Endeavor. I just remembered it. Fuck! I just remembered his name, Endeavor. Endeavor gets knocked out. Like, he's like, oh. Like, wait, were you still using 1%? No, I think I went. Well, if I remember, I used 20% on that punch. They're like, 20%? They're like, you was like, how overpowered are you? Yeah, I guess you could say I'm way overpowered. I can take down All Might with just my pinky. Like, Todoroki's like, I think you can back that up. Huh? Wait, so you do believe me? Yeah. You just took down my dad. And not even I can do that yet. So, you have my respect. Okay. And also, one more thing, Todoroki. What? It's your fire, by the way. It's not his, so you need to use it if you want to become a good hero. What type of hero do you want to be? And so he's basically kind of using the same line what he said in canon, but he's saying it way earlier because he wants his friends to be more powerful, where they can actually help in the war what's gonna come. Because Deku has been training, he knows all the events what are gonna happen, or he thinks he knows all the events what are gonna happen. But they're not gonna, like, some events are gonna happen the same, but not completely the same. Some events are going to happen differently. Also, in this timeline, All For One doesn't have his injury. All Might doesn't have his injury because All For One escaped. So they're both at 100%. And Deku, I'm gonna say at a power level, because in his original canon, he was at 30, if I remember, I think he was at 35%. If I remember, I don't really know. I'm gonna say in that canon, he was at 35%. And so if he still had the quirk before when he was recreated and when he was basically brought back in time, and he trained more. So he basically has 100%. He can basically use 100%, basically. And he does have his other quirks, but so because Deku fights, close to close combat, he needs to have some quirks what can help him with defense. So I already know he has Black Whip and floats. So I want y'all guys to come up with some other quirks what can help him with defense or something like that, where he can, because he's at 100%, and for some reason, I don't know why, but Deku is the only person who has the other quirks. Not that All Might has them, and all that. And of course, in this timeline, All Might is completely cocky, like cocky. He's not like his kin himself, because All Might in his kin himself, when he's All Might, yeah, he's cocky, but he has to act like that because he's a symbol of peace. But when he's in his Small Might form, he's completely different. And in this timeline, he's completely cocky. He is completely cocky. He thinks he's better than everyone. And everyone kind of knows this. Everyone from, UA knows this. And Nezu tried to help him out with stop being a little cocky. And Deku is basically, All Might's cocky because he has so much power. But if All Might had the injury as he had in the anime, he wouldn't be cocky, because this All Might, he's completely cocky and he has the injury. So yeah. Okay, let's get back to this. So if I remember, yeah, Deku just defeated the number 2 hero. He got his respect, and he also told what's his name? Todoroki to use his fire side, and Todoroki said, okay. And basically, time goes on. And so, everything happens the same, and all that. Well, not really the same. Deku lives his life, and it's the last day. It's where the canon happens, but not really the canon. It's the teacher. He said, "Well, I all know all of y'all want to go to UA," and because the teacher throws the papers in the air, and of course, everyone's like, "Oh right," and well, we got 3 people going to UA: Bakugo, Katsumi, and Izuku Midoriya. And everyone's like looking at Midoriya, is like, yeah! They're laughing, like they didn't can it. And Bakugo's like, hey, all y'all better fucking stop before I blow y'all all up. And of course, he does have a temper because and he doesn't let no one really bully Deku, because what he did to Deku, he pushed him to a fucking truck, and he ain't gonna stop thinking about that. Like, he was thinking, oh god, this whole time, Bakugo has been thinking, what if he killed Deku, or what if Deku died and it'll be his fault, and all that. So basically, Deku says, thanks, Kachan. Thanks. I really needed that. Thanks. Yeah. We are good friends after all. But Bakugo's like, hey, you want to come with us and hang out? Some of the people like, he's quirkless. Like, they see that in their head. He doesn't need to be hanging out with the cool kids. And Deku's like, no, I'm just gonna go head home. See ya. And so Deku was heading home. And of course, he did take that one route, and of course he knew the sludge villain was gonna go there, so he took that route. He's like, so I want your body, kid. Deku jumped up and kicked him. Basically, by using 10%, he kicked the sludge villain into the wall, and the sludge villain splat, and then all was like, don't worry, I am here. What the? And he's like, don't worry, All Might. It's fine. Young boy, do you want an autograph? Like, no, I'm fine. He's like, what the? What's your quirk, kid? One for all. All Might's like, one for all? How does he? All Might's like, how did you? Wait. All Might's like, how do you got that quirk, kid? What, like, All Might has a pissed off look. Wait, All Might, why are you giving me that look? You are my oh, right, I'm in another timeline. Yeah, you're not my mentor, really, I guess. Well, in my timeline, you gave me it because you need to pass it on your quirk, and you gave it to me because you were weakened. No, let me backtrack. I'm not gonna do that. It's not do that. All Might says, "Oh, kid, what's your quirk?" Deku says, "You would love to know, All Might, wouldn't you? So I'm gonna go." And he says it's one for all. 100%. And he jumps off. No, he says one for all. 20%. And he jumps off. All Might was like, wait, did he say one for all? No. That must have just been in my head. Whatever. And so they walk off, and of course, he does lose it. All Might, by being cocky, he loses the sludge by, using all of his power. And he loses, like, so I better be on my way. So I better take you to the sludge. Because All Might never lost a battle, and he's like, so I better take you to the, oh no. No. He's like, oh crap. At least it's still in the bottle, right? And of course Katsumi, kicks the bottle because she's frustrated because she can't stop thinking about Deku. She kicks the bottle, and then the sludge villain comes up and says, And basically what happened to Bakugo and the cannon happens to her. Bakugo's home, and he sees what's on the TV. He's like, oh no. He's like, sis. And, Bakugo's mom's like, Bakugo, where you going? I need to save her. What are you gonna do? And of course they both say, don't fear, I am here. No. He says, don't fear. The Deku was here. Something corny like that. And they just see Deku fall from the sky in a giant craters above. Basically, when he lands, giant craters there. He's like, what? He says, no, Deku's like, woohoo! Ow! Oh, I think I might have landed too hard. Huh? It's like, kid, look out! Huh? Pro heroes, what are they? And he sees the sludge film coming out of him. He's like, swinging at him. Deku does a backflip and says, hey, keep your tentacle things away from me. And he's like, wait, that's the sludge villain. That's the thing what All Might had. Wait, did All Might drop it? In the canon, in my world, it was because of me. Why did he drop it? And then he's like, everyone realizes that, wait, in this timeline, All Might is more cocky. He doesn't care what happens to anyone. And of course, Deku was like, wait, in this world, All Might does act a little cockier than he does in my world, in my timeline. And so he basically what he does in the original timeline to save, instead of saving Bakugo, it's Katsumi. And so he actually saves her, but All Might's like, he was gonna save her until All Might sort of stunned her, says, don't worry, I am here. And he's like, young man, that was, and Deku said, shut up. Well, this was on TV. You had that sludge villain locked away in that bottle. You just let it go. Oh, kid, no. You're always cocky and pathetic. You always think because you're the number one hero in this universe, you think you're better than everyone. And Deku just goes off on All Might, saying, you're too cocky. You don't care about what happens to damage because you think you're the number one hero and you think you can just get off with a warning or something. No, that's not how this world works. Because you jumped off too fast in a hurry to take the sludge villain away and mind your own damn business, you think you can just let it slide? No. You're gonna fix your mistake. and you're gonna say sorry to her, and I'm gonna make sure this cockiness of yours goes away. And Deku's eyes come completely black with a red dot, with the red dots. Kid, you need to know. He grabs All Might by the collar and says, I don't care if me and you have the same quirk. In this timeline, your damn cockiness almost killed one of my friends. And he whispers this to All Might. Oh, yeah, you don't know. I'm not from this world. In my world. And he tells All Might everything about his injury and everything, how basically not all the events of the timeline, basically what happens basically about Shigaraki, All for One. And because Deku's mad, he in the dark ore is taking over his body and All Might's like, and he pushes All Might, and All Might goes through a freaking wall. He's like, everyone's like, dang, this kid's stronger than All Might. Deku trembles. He's like, not again. And he's like, Katsumi. No, yeah, Katsumi, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, yeah, I'm fine. And at the same time, All for One is watching this, and before Deku pushed All Might, All for One paused it and saw All Might's face. Like, it was in shock and it was afraid. Like, wait, this boy scared All Might. I like this kid. And of course, at the same time, All Might's wife and daughter. Yeah. In this timeline, All Might got married because he had a daughter. His daughter is called Asina. Not Asina. Asina, yeah. She has a strength and she has a basically her father's quirk, but basically the strength part. And she has her mom's intelligence. And she's nothing like her father. Yeah, she knows her father is too, like, how All Might is, I guess. And so this is where I'm gonna leave this episode off, guys. And damn it, my hand! I can't feel my hand. It's like frozen or something. So this one I'm gonna leave this episode off. And yeah, so I hope y'all tell me what the other quirks should be, because instead of being like, because Deku, he goes to combat and he should have something to protect him, like Black Whip and floats, because those are like long range attacks. Because Deku is close range attacks. Deku always has close range, so his other quirk should be long range, I guess. So I'll see you guys in the next video.